I happened to be looking at some textbooks, and I saw that there's one determined question: where is mother? The answer is mother is in the kitchen. Where is father? Father is in the office. So, in fact, I asked in Parliament, I said, why can't it be where's mother? Mother is in the office, and where's father? And father in the kitchen. Or why can't it be that mother and father are both in the kitchen and both in the office? Why is it that we're determining for a 3-year-old child that this is where I expect my parents to be? So, if we can actually concentrate not merely on education but on gender just education, we would be making a very big contribution there, because ultimately the basic tool with which you can start any process of empowerment is through education. So it's fine that we say everybody needs to be in school. That's not enough. What we are doing within the education system at the moment is we are stratifying and structurally making two different kinds of education available. One is for the rich and one is for the poor. तो poor को सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, चलो स्कूल चलो, चलो स्कूल चलो, वहाँ बाथरूम है कि नहीं, वहाँ बिल्डिंग है कि नहीं, वहाँ साइंस लैब है कि नहीं, नथिंग. आज जो है, the only way we can call ourselves a civilized society is if we remove this gap of opportunity between the rich and the poor. You can be an extremely bright young man or young girl from the village, but you do not even have the money to be able to take the tutorials that are important to get admission in IIT. How do you stand a chance? Where do you stand a chance? So, in the West, for instance, the difference between public and private schools is not so great. So, it shouldn't be. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be schools that should be charging money and all that. Of course, there will be. But along with that, let's give people a choice. And that's the area that I think we really need to be looking at. And I'll take a little bit of your time, but I'll tell you how education makes a difference. Now, in my schools, in that village and around the village, there were 12-year-old girls who would come with sindoor in their mouth. They don't get married. And for a long time, my father and I would keep telling them that this is illegal, it's wrong, you shouldn't do it. But none of them had the guts to stand up against years of tradition. Now, finally, these girls, because of the kind of education that we give them, wrote a play against dowry, and for the first time traveled out of the village and went to Jaipur for an inter-school competition and won the first prize, which for them was huge because they'd never come out of the village. And what that girl said really brought tears to my eyes, because she said that this is not merely an award for me, it is a passport to freedom. Because on the basis of this, I will be able to prove to my parents that I have a life of my own and I do not want to get married before 18. I want to be able to live my dream. She came to the school, she made a speech in front of the principal and the teachers and got all the students and all the teachers to say if any girl is pressurized into getting married before the age of 18, the whole school would do a dharna outside that girl's house, and consequently around 25 villages nobody gets married before 18. Now that to me is much more important than any number of buildings that I can put up, because it's a mindset change, and that's the purpose of education, to transform minds.